Good morning, friends, and welcome to Trans India Real People, Real Emotions. Every segment has a backbone that actively supports that business. The backbone for the automobile segment is its service capabilities. All OEMs are constantly looking to enhance their dealership network, not just in terms of numbers, but also in terms of deliverables. But having said that, service is relatively more critical in case of commercial vehicles because a parked truck in a workshop is business loss as well as revenue loss. Therefore, in the last few years, truck manufacturers have been working tirelessly to make sure that trucks get in and out of the workshop in the shortest possible time. In its quest to provide better service and reach to its customers, Mahindra Truck and Bus inaugurated its latest dealership in Bangalore, Northstar. Interestingly, Northstar has a very interesting story. Headed by Tanveer Ahmed and his wife Arshiya, this is their first business venture in India. However, automobiles are not something new for Tanveer. He has worked with multiple dealership brands in the Gulf before venturing into truck body building in the Gulf. With ample knowledge of dealership business as well as trucks, he grabbed the opportunity to take the dealership of Mahindra Truck and Bus and set foot back to his country, India. Tanveer hails from Mysore, and Bangalore was the closest he could get to home. In this episode, we showcase the inauguration ceremony of Northstar, which was attended by Vinod Sahay, Dr Venkat Srinivas, and other leading officials from the Mahindra Truck and Bus team. You will see alongside glimpses of the facility and the event. But let's first start with the inauguration and lamplighting. Tanveer, as we mentioned earlier, was based in the Gulf before moving to India to set up Northstar. Let's capture the journey of Tanveer in this exclusive interaction. Take us through your journey in the automobile industry. You've been here for how long now?
Well, my journey started in 1990. I finished my engineering and I went to Saudi Arabia for a short period of time, about 1 year. And Saudi did not really, it was not for me. After spending there for about being there for about a year and a half, I came back and then I went to Oman. Okay. That was the time when I really, that was the period where I learned everything, the whole, the working way in the dealerships. Okay. I worked for a company called Bahwan's Oman Trading Establishment. They're the dealers for General Motors, Hyundai, Isuzu, and Subaru. Okay. So there I worked in all the divisions of an automobile dealership, from spare parts to service to the sales. Right. And there I learned everything. I traveled the whole of Oman, being there in Bahwan's. That was a journey wherein I learned every aspect of a dealership. Okay. And from there on, I went to some UAE, Dubai. I worked for a company called Janavco, the dealers for Isuzu. Okay. And there I worked in sales department, and there I was there for about 12 years. And as I was working in Isuzu, I started my own truck bodybuilding in 2003. Okay. In Dubai. Okay. And yeah, we have about 3 branches in Dubai, all into truck bodybuilding. Okay. And we are into truck business since last 23 years, as I said. And right. It's been a journey where I've been learning things. So commercial vehicles as such, it's not something new for me. This is something where I've been into this for this long, and I've learned all this automotive dealership business and all. And India was calling. So finally, after 34 years, like, ghar wapsi ho rahi hai hamari. So I've just come back now, and now I'm in India. So I came to India in 2012. घर वापसी हुई हमारी 2012-2022 में. So I just wanted to get into something automotive, but things were not really happening. तो मैंने बोला, जो मैं कर रहा हूँ पिछले 23 साल से, तो why not do the same thing here? Right. So I started my truck bodybuilding company in Mysore. Okay. I'm basically from Mysore, so I just wanted to come back. No, yeah, why it's a wonderful city. Beautiful city. I always wanted to go back to Mysore, but I'd come back to Mysore rather. Bangalore was not for me, but तकदीर कुछ अलग ही होती है और हम कुछ अलग ही सोचते हैं. तो as luck would have it, I started 2 companies in Mysore. One was truck bodybuilding. The other one was coach building. Okay. Truck building had started, and Mr. Swaminathan called me, and he said he wanted to meet me and we wanted to discuss something about the dealership. I said, ठीक है, आ जाइए. तो we had a small discussion, and he offered me Mahindra dealership.
And what was
So-
your first thought?
I said, मतलब जब उन्होंने पूछा तो मैं बोला नेकी और पूछ and I said like fantastic because it's sort of a integration, backward integration between truck body building and the
Right.
truck selling. बोला इससे अच्छा तो combination कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. So I said okay, but I wanted only for Mysore, but Swaminathan said no. First Bangalore and then Mysore तो आपका है ही है तो कर लेंगे Mysore, but first it is Bangalore. So then we started. Then it was a lot of discussions happened. I'm sure there have been a lot of discussions in the HO also because मैं तो बाहर वाला था. So I was not really sure whether I would get it or not because generally people think like when you are abroad for such a long time तो होता ये है कि इंडिया की चीज़ जो है पता नहीं है लोगों को how things will be, what will be like the dynamics of the Indian business.
But do you
is totally
think the
different
Indian and the Gulf markets are pretty much similar in terms of operations?
Operations, yes, but then again, like it's not only about the operations; it's about the people.
Right.
It's about the what shall I say, the bureaucracy, about the people, about the culture. But having said that, काम करना एक अलग चीज़ होती है. The same people whom I'm dealing with in Dubai are different when they come to India. So Indian dynamics is totally different. But I was always connected to India, even though I was away from India. I used to come to India very often. But होता है कि यहाँ की जो यहाँ काम करने का तरीका जो होता है, यहाँ का माहौल जो होता है, it's totally different.
True.
But yeah, I learned the tricks, and Mahindra team had the patience to be with me for this journey, and we had a lot of obstacles, putting up this place. But we are here talking about the inauguration.
How long
and
did
we
it
made
take to set this up?
We technically took only about 6 months.
Okay.
But we had some issues because of which the project was delayed. But having said that, the actual work what we put in this company to build up this was around 6 months.
So what's the kind of infra we have in here?
We have a complete infra, total infra. I'm really proud to say that we have one of the best dealerships in South India at least.
Okay.
Because we have taken notice of each and every detail. Not only me, the whole team of MTBD has been supportive, and we have planned in such a way that every single detail is taken care of. Small things like the dormitory for the drivers. We have a 12-bed dormitory for the drivers here, and we have a very good reception. We have a fantastic IMAX room. We have our training rooms, and we have our conference rooms, and we can accommodate almost about 40-50 people in our training rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really, really good. And in Bangalore, thing is the traffic is so bad that it is difficult to move around from one place to the other. Like, if you were to have a meeting, we can host easily about 50 to 80 people in my facility for training as well as meetings. So, and also not only that, we have a 24/7 service facility here.
Okay.
And we have 2 service trucks 24/7 so that the vehicles are not held on the road for a long time. The TAT is very fast.
And
So
how many
we are-
bays do we have?
We have 9 bays.
Okay.
Of them, 6 bays are service bays and 3 accidental bays. But it can be changed.
Right.
We made it in such a way that any vehicle can be taken in for service anywhere, in any one of the bays. The design of the workshop is such that it's a cantilever design what we've done, wherein even the longest of the long vehicles can get in and get out easily without any issues. And moving from here, we are planning to have few more service centers.
Okay.
Yeah, one we have started already in Mysore, and probably we'll be having somewhere in between, and probably in Nelmangla. The idea is that Mahindra plans to have a service center every 50 kilometers, and that we're gonna do it.
And how do you plan to sell Mahindra trucks? What is your pitch going to be?
Which is it's a Mahindra name itself, and then the kind of vehicles what we have, the best in class, the best in terms of reliability, the best in terms of mileage, which nobody guarantees. This is one unique thing what we have in Mahindra, and that is the mileage guarantee. If we don't get the mileage, we take back the vehicle, which nobody in the industry has got. Nobody in the industry gives this kind of assurance. People say we'll give you this and we'll give you that, but Mahindra says if we don't deliver, we take back the vehicle.
Right.
And I'm glad to say that from the time we started this, I think this concept started almost about I would say some 7-8 years back, and not even single vehicle we have taken back. That means that we have not failed even a single time in all these years.
Right. One final question, Tanveer. Trucks these days are high tech. We all know. You can't. All manufacturers are doing a wonderful job. Do you feel the differentiation is what the dealer has to offer in terms of service?
Absolutely, dealer makes or breaks the brand. And we are here to support the principals, and we have the support from the principals to take care of this business. And it's wonderful. Their business is very, very good. I mean, the kind of support what we're getting from them is very, very good. And I think it's best in the industry. So I can say that moving forward, the customers will have the best experience in terms of service. And service is the backbone of any industry. Any industry. After sales makes or breaks a brand. And I'm proud to say that we are here to support the principals and the customers. And we will make sure that
You have all the right things.
we have the right things. It's one of the, I think, the best in class, the best high tech workshop what we've got in Bangalore. Bangalore needed this kind of a workshop, and Bangalore has been waiting for a long time. And we will not disappoint Bangalore. And we are here to serve the customers, and we'll make sure that no vehicle will be lying idle for more than 24 hours, and no vehicle will be stuck on the roads for more than 24 hours. We make sure that it will happen, and we are there to support you.
Wonderful.
We are there to support the Bangalore. We are there to support all the truckers.
Absolutely.
So, pan India. To support that, we have an IMAX system wherein we can identify the problems much before it happens actually.
Right.
So we can with the IMAX help, we can identify that there's a problem it's going to come. We can predict the problems. So with that facility, with that kind of with support, I'm sure all the Mahindra customers will be more than happy. It's only a matter of them trying once.
Yeah.
If they try the Mahindra vehicle once, I'm sure they'll come back again and again and again. And we have stories to prove that, we have customers to prove that once you buy the vehicle, once you buy Mahindra, you will certainly come back to us, you'll not go away anywhere else.
The inauguration ceremony saw the presence of many customers, financiers, other Mahindra dealers, and of course friends. And just the fact that Vinod Sahay as well as Dr Srinivas were inaugurating the facility clearly shows how important and significant this dealership is. In his address, Vinod put forth a very strong message for the transport fraternity. He emphasized on the need to move away from an old mindset and adopt new working patterns. He was referring to the mentality of judging a truck on the basis of resale value rather than operating efficiency. This is the message that Vinod wanted to drive home.
Heartiest welcome to the power couple, Tanveer and Arshiya. Warm welcome to Mahindra family. And as well to Rawan, Jasilia, sorry if I am pronouncing your names a bit mixed up, Lue and Lamia. So all of you, warm welcome to the larger extended Mahindra family, and the seeds which your parents are seeding today, I am sure you all and your next generation will carry it forward, and the branches and the roots will keep expanding. Swami said that I have spent more than 3 decades in this industry, or almost 3 decades. When I said that, I meant it, because I have seen dealerships who are into their 3rd generation, and in some cases even 4th generation, running the commercial vehicle dealerships when I was handling my previous organization in Tata Motors. So, and we definitely have plans to continue in that path and beyond. Very warm welcome to all our esteemed customers, financiers, friends and colleagues. On this August occasion of inauguration of Northstar dealership in Bangalore, this was a vacant territory for a long period. We had many opportunities to fill it during this period, but considering the importance of the territory, we were looking for the right partner for a very long period. We were not wanting to make a compromise, and we found the visionary Tanveer, and if I may say his North Star, Arshiya, as the right set of people who can take the dealership forward in this very critical and potential market. Very briefly about Mahindra and our truck and bus business and our aspiration. I have spent now 10 years in Mahindra and I have handled multiple businesses in various capacity. Just before this role, I was handling entire purchase for all the auto and farm businesses. So all the new SUVs which you see have all the technologies in it which everyone is am very impressed with has been sourced by me and my team from across the world. Mahindra today in auto and farm business is undisputed number one when it comes to SUV business in terms of revenue market share. We are undisputed number one when it comes to LCV market share. We are something like 52-53% market share there. We are undisputed leader in the world in tractor industry, where we are number one by volume in the world in tractors. And when we say undisputed, it's by a margin of almost double. We are more than double the size of the next player, which is John Deere. We are also number one in electric three-wheeler business, which we entered into recently. Most of you may not know, but if you look at total commercial vehicle industry, which is four-wheel and above, without three-wheelers, if you look at total commercial vehicle industry, four-wheel upwards, Mahindra is actually a very close number two. Most people get surprised by that. Everyone thinks number one is Tata, of course it is. And people think, anyone you ask who is second largest player in commercial vehicle industry, someone says Leyland, someone says Volvo, Eicher, it's not. The number two player in commercial vehicle industry in four-wheeler category and above is Mahindra and Mahindra. What further surprises people is the narrowing gap. This gap between number one and number two. Mahindra has been number two for now almost 7, 8, 10 years, not recently, but the gap is narrowing. Any guesses what is the gap? Let me ask the veteran media person over here. Girish, what do you think is the gap between number one and number two? Monthly sales right now between number one player of four-wheel and above CV industry and us? Total market share? It's less than 2%. The difference in terms of monthly volume is now around 2,000 vehicles. Our first milestone is to become number one CV player as Mahindra brand. And we are very confident with people who are there in this room. I don't want to set the expectation and you all asking question. We'll do it sooner than people think it is possible. But let me tell you a story, or it's not a story, it's a reality, which has changed in just last 5 years in our auto business. I was very closely involved in last 5 years as Chief Purchase Officer for auto and farm business. Every new product which has come from auto SUVs, whether it is the new Thar Rocks, XUV 7.0, Scorpio N, 3XO, or the latest new two electric vehicles, XEV 9e, which I now proudly own also, B6, all of them, every technology which has come from vendors across the world has been sourced by me and my team. So I can talk about it as one of the creators of these products. Most people, everyone is talking about that Mahindra is doing great when it comes to auto business, which is a reality. We are the fastest growing brand. In SUVs, revenue market share, we have crossed Maruti almost 2 years back. Why revenue market share also I will come in. Even in volumes, in terms of SUVs, we are now very close to Maruti, just couple of thousand difference. But what will surprise most of you is that in the total car sales, total car industry, Mahindra is now number two player. So we have crossed Tata and Hyundai as a overall car sales, even if they count their hatchbacks and sedans, and we count only our SUVs because we don't sell hatchbacks and sedans. By only selling SUVs, we have crossed them. So we are the most premium brand in terms of mass market today in India. Not Maruti, not anyone else, not Hyundai, not Suzuki. But the story was not like this. Why I am giving this context? Because it is related, it has a bearing on Mahindra Truck and Bus. When I took over in 2020, our auto business was in a reasonably struggling situation. We had 3 consecutive failures in terms of launches. KUB 100 had failed, Marazzo had failed, TU 300 had failed. And some variants also which we had done like Quadro and all. But from that days when we were selling 15,000-17,000 a month to coming to 50,000 has the turnaround which has happened. If Mahindra can do that over there, Mahindra can come in 3-wheelers from nowhere and become number 1 and beating Bajaj and Piaggio. We have now decided we will make it in truck and buses. This is the only segment of our auto and farm sector where we are not number 1. We are actually number 4. We were 5 after SML acquisition. We have now become number 4 player. We had 3% market share. We are now having 7% market share with SML acquisition as well as with some increase which has happened in the first 4 months of this year by both the brands. But our aspiration is not 1 or 2% increase. We have already stated our aspiration is to go to 10 to 12% market share in total CV greater than 3.5 ton, without counting Bolero pickups and a small commercial vehicle. In greater than 3.5 ton, we want to be at around 10 to 12% by F31 and 20% plus by F36. That is our aspiration. And with the kind of product and technology and investment we are making, we will make it happen. Let me also tell you, especially to our financiers friend, there was a lot of rumor in between whether Mahindra is serious about truck and bus business, whether we will continue, whether we will sell off. I think more than answering that question in any other way, the fact that we have acquired SML Isuzu hopefully has addressed that question. Forget about selling, we are on a mission of buying companies if need be. And SML Isuzu is not the first, not the last, it's certainly the first, but it's not the last acquisition which I am after. God willing, there will be more such things, good news which we will share. Why we are after this business? Because technically, which is the most important, if you have to do well in a business, you have to do well in the product, because that's most important. If you are in a product business, your product has to be the best in the industry. If you are in a service business, your service has to be best in the industry, because that is the core. Everything else gets built around it. If your core is not good, no business can be successful. And why we are so overconfident? Because now we have addressed our core. Being in CV industry, I can tell you without for a moment taking away my Mahindra badge, the products which we sell are clearly the best in the industry right now. Be it KMPL, be it reliability. The reason we are probably not selling as much as we should or these products deserve is only because of the brand, which is not as well known and as powerful as market leaders, because they have been for 40-50 years. We have just started. And second is a concept called resale value. Why I am saying like this? Because resale value is like driving your car by looking at a rear wheel mirror. The other day, someone, because I have been in this industry for long, Girish knows me well. I keep saying I am born and brought up in this industry as a professional. So I have a lot of customers who know me, and I know them even from my previous organization. So I was just inquiring. He said, I took delivery of around 50 Tata trucks recently. I said, when are you going to sell them? He said, sir, abhi to kharda hai. So I again asked the question, you bought 50 Tata trucks, when are you planning to sell them? Well, sir, I have just bought it today. I said, but you bought it to sell it. Because the only reason you bought it is because of the resale value. There is no other reason for you to now buy that truck. The reason you bought it for resale value, so you tell me when are you planning to sell it. We need to start asking these questions. Today is the industry where trucks have become so reliable, so high in terms of power to weight ratio, that a sensible operator should run it for at least 7 to 8 years, if not more. And trucks are capable now. You know, Delivery is a company which does 70% of all the Amazon parcel deliveries to your house. The first trucks they bought when they started was Mahindra Trucks. Because they first wanted to hire trucks from market, and they run on a very high speed 24/7 application. They run their trucks as Indigo airline runs their aircrafts. Aircrafts need to keep flying, crew needs to change. So they were looking for best truck, and after their research they bought Mahindra Truck because they were looking for a truck which can run for 20 hours a day. And the set of trucks they bought was ours, not of any market leaders. And those trucks, after 8 years, they are still running and they have not sold it. And you know what kilometer they run per month? From the beginning, initially when I started getting the data, I was saying that there is something wrong in my IMAX. 15 to 18,000 kilometer every month they are running. For last 7 years, their trucks are running, 8 years. तो अगली बार आप भी गाड़ी खरीदो तो ये सोचना कि आप बेचने के लिए खरीदे हो या चलाने के लिए खरीदे हो. अगर बेचने के लिए खरीदे हो तो रीसेल वैल्यू के हिसाब से खरीदना. अगर 7-8 साल 10 साल चलाने के लिए खरीद रहे हो तो रीसेल वैल्यू के हिसाब से गाड़ी मत लेना. अभी आपने वेंकट का प्रेजेंटेशन देखा, हमारे सीईओ वेंकट श्रीनिवास का. ये प्रेजेंटेशन स्लाइड की नहीं है. अर्शिया मैडम के डीलरशिप में फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे जाके लाइव में आपको दिख रहा है. अभी इन्होंने ऑलरेडी जो 50 गाड़ियां बेच चुकी हैं, उन गाड़ियों की अभी की माइलेज, आज की माइलेज और पिछले जब से स्टार्ट किए हैं तब से की माइलेज अभी यहाँ स्क्रीन में दिख जाएगी. तो अगर फ्यूल एफिशिएंसी से आपको साल का 1.5 लाख 2 लाख रुपया का सेविंग हो रहा है, और अगर आप 6 साल ट्रक चलाओगे तो 12 लाख रुपये तो आपके जेब में है. कौन सा रीसेल वैल्यू का डिफरेंस की बात कर रहे हो आप? वेंकट जी ने बात किया कि हमारी फ्यूल एफिशिएंसी ऑलरेडी 7 से 10% है. मैं यहाँ बैठ के आपको प्रॉमिस कर रहा हूँ, अगली बार आऊँगा तो ये फ्यूल एफिशिएंसी डबल डिजिट इंक्रीज रहेगी. ऐसे ही नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, हमारी गाड़ी ऑलमोस्ट फाइनल टेस्टिंग पे है. तो हम इस पूरे प्रोसेस में लगे हुए हैं. अभी हमने SML इसूजू का एक्विजिशन किया है. चाहे वो 5 टन की गाड़ी से लेके 55 टन की गाड़ी में SML जो हमने एक्वायर किया, बहुत ही फ्रूगल कंपनी है, बहुत एजाइल कंपनी है, बहुत कॉस्ट कॉन्शियस कंपनी है. आपको जान के हैरानी होगी कि अभी पूरे इंडिया में LCV ICV बसेस SML और महिंद्रा, अब तो SML महिंद्रा की कंपनी है, SML और महिंद्रा मिला के, दोनों ब्रांड मिला के महिंद्रा की मार्केट शेयर 24% है अभी ऑल इंडिया LCV ICV बसेस. अपन लेलैंड से 4 गुना ज़्यादा मार्केट शेयर पे हैं LCV ICV बसेस में.
We will continue our coverage of the inauguration of Northstar on the other side of this very short break. You are watching Trans India, real people, real emotions.
महिंद्रा ये गारंटी देते हैं कि उनका ब्लेजो एक्स सबसे ज्यादा माइलेज देता है, वरना कर दीजिए ट्रक वापस.
सॉरी अजय, महिंद्रा फ्यूरियो है. एक्शन.
महिंद्रा गारंटी देते हैं कि उनका फ्यूरियो सबसे ज्यादा माइलेज देता है, नहीं तो
एक्चुअली जयो, महिंद्रा जयो है, थोड़ा चेंज है. एंड एक्शन.
महिंद्रा ये गारंटी देते हैं कि उनका जियो सबसे. चल क्या रहा है यहाँ पे?
मैम, ये चारों ट्रक ज्यादा माइलेज देते हैं, चारों.
तो ऐसा बोलो ना, ब्लेजो एक्स, फ्यूरियो, फ्यूरियो 7 और जयो. महिंद्रा के ये सभी ट्रक्स देते हैं सबसे ज्यादा माइलेज की गारंटी, नहीं तो कर दीजिए इन्हें वापस. महिंद्रा, देश की सबसे ज्यादा माइलेज देने वाली ट्रक रेंज.
Welcome back to Trans India, real people, real emotions. We are at the inauguration ceremony of Northstar, the new dealers for Mahindra Truck and Bus in Bangalore. Mahindra Truck and Bus has been putting in a lot of effort to provide the customers with products that stand out in terms of technology. And leading the innovations at MTT is Dr. Venkat Srinivas. Following are excerpts from his address at the inauguration ceremony.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskara, Bengaluru. Very happy to be here for this grand inauguration. So thank you to the dealer principals, and it's been a wonderful journey. So very happy to be here. Thank you for your persistence. And I know there were a lot of challenges, but both of you worked through this and made this happen along with several of our key team members. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful occasion to be here. Most of you know about Mahindra Group, but before the others talk about more specifics, I want to talk about a little bit about the Mahindra Group, established in 1945. So we've been in business now for 80 years. So 1945 to 2025. Now we are at roughly $26 billion turnover. World number one in tractors in terms of volumes. What is not put here is we are India number one in terms of SUV revenue share. We operate in 100 plus countries, 150 companies, and so on and so forth. You can see that we are in multiple businesses: aerospace, aftermarket, agri-business. Automobile is obviously a very big sector for us, and so is farm sector, then clean energy and components and so on. So we are part of this group, but more specifically, our brand purpose. This is for Mahindra large commercial vehicles. Our brand purpose is that we guarantee prosperity. So we guarantee prosperity so that customers can prosper, customers can earn more, and customers can do better today and tomorrow than they did yesterday. So that is the most important thing. Our agile, bold, collaborative people will offer tough, reliable, and least cost of ownership products, services, and solutions which guarantee higher returns. So, little glimpse of our state-of-the-art Chakan plant near Pune. It is absolutely world-class manufacturing. It produces cars, SUVs, and it produces our trucks as well, all the way from the Furio platform, the Furio LCV, all the way to the biggest of the HCVs. So this is a single factory, of course, multiple lines. This factory is an extremely capable, extremely robotized factory. The new products that we have launched recently, including the battery electric vehicles, are being made there. So it is absolutely state-of-the-art facility. Our dedicated facility for heavy commercial vehicles is designed to roll out 50,000 or more heavy trucks per annum, which we are now using for light and heavy trucks. We have in-house engine manufacturing capability, and I already mentioned the automatic robotic welding for best quality. It also includes a test track on site. In terms of what we deliver as technology, we will continue to focus on two pillars. Our progress is through technology. Our innovation is what drives us in two areas. One is fluid efficiency, which is mileage plus, where AdBlue or DEF is being used, the efficiency of that as well. So that is what we call fluid efficiency. And IMAX, through our IMAX technology platform, which is for connecting vehicles to drivers, connecting vehicles to owners, to workshop managers, and to everybody. Basically for us to know what is going on, what is the health of the vehicle, and therefore how can we keep the vehicle in good health and continue the uptime of the vehicle. So that is the most important thing. In terms of fluid efficiency, we have the fuel smart technology that we launched in 2016 on the Blazo in BS3. We launched it as a mileage guarantee or truck vapas guarantee. From 2016 onwards, when we launched it on the Blazo HCVs, we have subsequently launched it on the Furio platform as well. And just on the Blazo, we have covered 75,000 units, and it is growing without a single truck coming back for lower mileage compared to competition. So this is again a remarkable achievement. So thanks to all of you for working hard on this. And this is a proud achievement for us over a span of more than 9 years, from 2016 until 2025, and this will continue. In terms of our F25 last year's achievements, we have made multiple improvements to the vehicles. These are all in heavy commercial vehicles. I'm just giving you an idea. I'm not going to read through all of this. So 5 to 7% mileage improvement. 5 to 7% mileage improvement में फ़ायदा क्या है? हर साल में 1 लाख ज़्यादा profit मिलेगा minimum. 5 to 7% mileage improvement में. Depending on running तो 6,000 किलोमीटर 7,000 किलोमीटर है तो 1 लाख मिनिमम मिलेगा. 10,000 12,000 किलोमीटर महीने में होता तो बिल्कुल 1.5 लाख या 2 लाख भी मिल सकता है. ये कौन सा गाड़ी आप ऑपरेट कर रहे हो, 55 टन या 48 टन, कितना चक्का 14 चक्का ऑपरेट कर रहे हो, उसके वजह से आपको भी पता होगा उसमें माइलेज 2.5 3 उसी रेंज पे आएगा KMPL. उसमें 5 to 7% तो बहुत बड़ा इम्प्रूवमेंट है. हम हर साल ये जैसा इम्प्रूवमेंट करते रहते हैं. Many ideas in terms of improved data set, BSFC improvements and so on. So we have a full team that is working on continuously improving the vehicles and giving more value to the customers, repeatedly year after year.
Most automobile dealerships are family-run businesses, and Northstar is no different. Tanveer and his wife Arshiya have put in a lot of effort, driven by passion, to venture into this space. And as we all know, selling a truck is not easy, more so when the battle is between a good product and a set mindset. But the duo are confident of doing well and providing service which is at par with industry standards or maybe even better. This is what they had to say at the event.
Welcome to our esteemed leader, Mr. Vinod Sahay, President Aerospace, Defense, MTBD, CE and Executive Chairman, SML Mahindra, whose unwavering vision and leadership continue to guide and shape our organization's future. I also extend my sincere greetings to our dynamic business head, MTBD Construction Equipment and Executive Director and CEO of SML Mahindra, Dr. Venkat Srinivas, whose strategic leadership transforms that vision into reality. And our dedicated Vice President, Mr. Satish Machiraju, whose operational excellence keeps us moving forward with precision and purpose. We truly are fortunate to be led by such remarkable team. Your presence here today not only honors this occasion, but also inspires us as we move forward together. Dear guests, colleagues, and friends, it's both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today at this significant moment as we inaugurate this new chapter together. It fills my heart with pride and gratitude to stand before you today, not just as a business owner or a CEO, but as someone who's come full circle after more than 35 years of working and building a life abroad, starting in the spare parts, in the service base, on the showroom floors, and behind the scenes of other auto dealerships where I worked for 18 plus years, before I took the leap to build something of my own. Those years taught me everything, not just about vehicles and sales, but about people, resilience, and the value of hard work. I saw firsthand what made a dealership succeed, and just as importantly, what could make one fail. Today, I'm truly honored to return to my roots and open this truck dealership right here in my own home country. This is more than a business venture for me. This is a homecoming. After 35 long years, I come back to India and I'm setting up a business venture in India, in Bengaluru. Thank you, Bangalore.
Together, we have faced shifting markets, evolving technologies, and rising expectations. We have driven innovation, pushed boundaries, and redefined what's possible. Our journey was never been about one individual, but about shared leadership, mutual trust, and the relentless drive towards excellence. As we move into this next chapter with new horizons, sustainable solutions, and smarter mobility, I remain committed beside you, staring together forward. Where is my husband? Sir, this one. I have always believed in his vision, his work ethics, and his commitment to do things the right way. Over the years, we've worked side by side. We've faced a share of challenges, late nights, tough markets, difficult decisions, and 4 hyperactive kids. But we faced them as a team. Where he charged ahead with drive and boldness, I tried to bring in calm perspective and balance. And through it all, we held on to one belief that one day we'd come back home, not just with stories to tell, but with something to build. Today is the fulfillment of that belief. To my husband, thank you for your faith in me in all these years. I'm proud to build this future with you. You've always given me the confidence to take on anything together. Starting this dealership here is not about trucks or business. It's about investing in people, our community, our future, and in the next generation of entrepreneurs who want to build something from the ground up. To our amazing team, our South Zonal Head, Mr. Karthikeyan, our South Talaiva, who believed in us, Zonal DD, Mr. Swaminathan, who worked with us relentlessly throughout the ups and downs we faced along the way. Our AVM, Satish Babu, who's the face of the Northstar MTBD for us, who has gone out of his way to ensure that we made it. And thank you all the national heads, Mr. Siddhesh Kane, Mr. Shiva Ram Krishna Challa sir, Mr. Vinod Joshi, and Mr. Rajiv Srivastava for believing in us. Now we are excited to work with you, to learn with you, and to grow together.
Mahindra Truck and Bus may not have had a good run in the industry so far, but the leadership team led by Vinod and Dr Srinivas are confident of changing the landscape, of course backed by strong service-oriented dealerships. They are confident that products and back-end solutions like IMAX would be game changers. We'll be sharing more developments on IMAX very soon, so stay tuned and keep watching Trans India. We will be back again next week with another exciting and informative episode. You have been watching Trans India, real people, real emotions. Until next week, stay safe and drive safe. Jai Hind.